Today we're hanging out at Scottsdale's McDowell Sonoran Preserve. We're on the Kovach Family Nature Trail, and with me is the beautiful Christine Kovac, who's going to tell us exactly everything she knows about this trail. I want to know what makes this trail so unique, so original, so amazing.
Well, this trail in particular is built for those people who don't necessarily either want to or have the ability to actually go out into the preserve and do some serious hiking.
Okay.
It is a full ADA accessible trail, but they would call barrier free. So it's available to those people who want just a casual stroll, or those people who really do have some sort of physical limitation that prevents them from being able to go out and enjoy the beautiful desert.
And as we're seeing, I mean, it's a very beautiful trail. We still have to go out and capture more so the beautiful images. I brought my GoPro to do that, but was this your vision? Was this something that you wanted to do?
It was. We had done the Bahada Nature Trail at the Gateway, which is also an ADA fully accessible trail, and there is another one located up at the Jane Roud Trail up at Brown's Ranch, and so there was not one at Lost Dog. So I started talking with the McDowell Sonoran Conservancy staff about what the possibility was, and we started talking to the city of Scottsdale, and one of the goals sort of was to also have a trail that when you go on it, those people who don't have the ability to go way back into the mountains would feel immersed in the desert, would feel like they were completely surrounded by nature. And so how do you do that? So the city of Scottsdale looked at various spots and came up with this one here at Lost Dog, where part of the trail is where you actually come down and you actually go sort of into part of the wash. And if you look around, you're sort of surrounded by plants and sort of rock walls where you don't see a building, or you don't see a parking lot for quite a ways on this first part of the trail. And the second half is up higher where you do see, and you are close to the parking lot, and it gives us a chance to talk a lot about the urban wildlife interface, and how do we and nature sort of connect.
We can see the fauna.
We can see the fauna.
I've always wanted to use that word. Well, I want to thank you personally on behalf of everybody and myself that's going to be enjoying this trail, because that's something amazing that you're doing.
It is. And the vision sort of behind the trail was to find this way to connect people like you and others to nature. So when you talk about Kovach Family Nature Trail, it really isn't named for my family so much as it was sort of a play on words. It's really about nature's family, and how do humans sort of interact and connect with nature's family. How are we interdependent with each other, and how do we adapt to each other? So you have animal families, you have plant families, all which rely on each other and are connected to each other. And then you have the human element. How did humans from years ago live here and survive in this sort of environment? So it's a neat trail, and the signage sort of walks you through and teaches you all about how we have this real strong connection with each other and with nature.